Behind me is a brilliant work by M F Husain that has the remarkable distinction of being exhibited at the opening of the Nehru Gallery of Indian Art at the Victoria and Albert Museum in 1990. The V&A boasts of the most prominent collection of Indian art to exist outside of the country. The Nehru Gallery was envisioned as a home for these pieces that would bring a display of the grand traditions of India to the public. Husain was the only living Indian invited to exhibit at the opening and tasked with creating a work befitting the occasion. He was deeply involved in the process, spending several days at the museum making preparatory sketches for the work. Such prolonged contemplation was highly unusual for Husain, who was known for the spontaneity of his creations. This painting is the result of a year-long meditation on the most fitting subject to represent the cultural legacy of India. For this, he settled on the ancient Indian epic Mahabharata. Husain paid minute attention to every aspect of this project, including presentation. He personally helped install the painting for the exhibition and walked the Queen, who opened the gallery, through his work. In this work, Husain lays out a tableau featuring several crucial scenes and characters from the Mahabharata. Threads of the narrative lead out from the center, where sage Ved Vyas relays the events to his scribe, the Hindu god Ganesha. Their fused bodies are representative of the domestic nature of war between cousins. The influence of Indian miniatures from the Malwa school is evident in the distinct color fields of red and yellow, with contrasting areas of brown and dull green. Recurring motifs from Husain's oeuvre, like the wheel and the horse, inhabit the space. He renders the regal white form of an Ashwamedha horse with vigorous lines. Each of his 5 heads represents a Pandava brother. The legendary archer Arjun shows up on the other side of the canvas, surrounded by the fallout of his actions. The military commander of the Kaurava forces, Bhishma Pitama, lays supine on a bed of arrows, piercing through him, waiting for the opportune moment to die. Below him, a pivotal scene from the epic plays out. An arrow drawn from Arjun's bow is caught mid-action, just before it pierces his half-brother Karna, who is unsticking his chariot wheel from the mud. On his right, the brutal drama of battle, with its falling soldiers and terrified horses, unfolds in foreboding red and black. The figuration of Draupadi and Mother Earth bears the influence of Indian sculpture, specifically the early Mathura period and Khajuraho. Mother Earth records Gandhari, the bereaved, blindfolded mother of the slain Kauravas, who comes to represent the widows and mothers left behind in the wake of war. The montage-like composition reminds one of painted film posters from the 20th century. This and the monumental scale of the work bear the imprint of Husain's early years as a billboard painter. He brings old tropes into the new world by combining the magnificence of religious imagery with the iconic mold of cinematic archetypes. Art historian Daniel Hurwitz notes Husain's keen perception in recognizing cinema as the dominant visual shorthand of the times. Bid on this work by M F Husain and other significant works of modern Indian art at our upcoming 25th anniversary evening sale on 27 September 2025 in New Delhi.